Two brand new hatchets have been released in the game with the 1.10 woodcutting and fletching update. In this guide, I'm going to show you guys how you can get the hatchet of Ember and Glade and the hatchet of Bloom and Blight step by step. So let's begin. So to make the tier 90 hatchet of Ember and Glade, there are a few requirements. You will need level 90 smithing to create the hatchet. You'll also need to complete Plague's End, Birthright of the Dwarves, and While Guthix Sleeps. To create the hatchet of Ember and Glade, you will need an Emcando hatchet and a crystal hatchet. The crystal hatchet requires Plague's End and a dragon hatchet to combine with 4,000 harmonic dust, which you can obtain by doing the harps in the Ithil district in Prifddinas. To create the Emcando hatchet, you will need the tier 3 Woodcutter's Grove at Fort Forestry, which requires the Unwelcome Guests quest to be completed. You'll then be able to start obtaining the 4 Emcando hatchet pieces through bird nests. Once you have all 4, you can combine them with a crystal hatchet to create the Emcando hatchet. Once you have both of these, so you will need one crystal hatchet, one Emcando hatchet made, you can go to Wilfred just outside of Falador by the Falador lodestone, and you can buy the shard of the lumberjack from him for 1 million coins. Once you have the crystal hatchet, Emcando hatchet, and the shard, you can then create it on the Dragonkin anvil. However, there are a few more steps to get the Dragonkin anvil working. You'll need to complete the Relight My Fire achievement, which gets the Dragonkin anvil working. It does require level 75 magic, While Guthix Sleeps completed, and the Barbarian Fire Making mini quest completed, so you can access the Ancient Cavern. If you have already completed this achievement and unlocked the Dragonkin Forge, then you can skip this part. Timestamps are in the description, but if not, I'll show you guys how you can do it. So first, you'll need to go to Movario's base, which is the same place you went in the While Guthix Sleep quest. You can head to the Khazard battlefield and just go down the trapdoor that you saw me take, and you'll be able to follow the path that I'm taking now. You'll find this door, just go and enter it, and then you will be inside Movario's base. Now you will need to obtain a Strange Key Teeth and a Strange Key Loop. This is located in Movario's bedroom. You can open the gate and head up the stairs. In the northwestern corner of the room, you will see a staircase. Go up here and you'll enter the bedroom. You can search the bed and that will uncover a chest. Open the chest and search it, and you'll get the Strange Key Loop and the Strange Key Teeth. These are the 2 items you need for this achievement to unlock the Dragonkin Forge. So now you just need to exit. Now it isn't as easy as going back the way you came or teleporting. You'll actually need to complete another puzzle to get out. If you go back down the stairs and try and open the door in this room to exit, you'll notice that something's wrong and you can't actually get out. Make sure you don't do this too much because you only have 3 chances. So go back down to the first floor and you'll see a painting. If you haven't already, you'll need to search the painting in order to move it to the side. I've already done this. You'll then want to cross the broken wall and search or look at the thermometer. You'll notice that it says a certain amount of tickets. So for me, it reads 40 tickets. Right now, my weight in my inventory, you can see, is 43 kilograms. So I will need to pick up 3 kilograms of weight, basically just picking up the difference between your inventory weight and the weight that it says on the thermometer. Head back up the stairs with your weight. So I've got 3 kilograms. And you'll see the little pedestal to the north here. This is where you'll want to place both of the weights. So the statue, you can just use your weights on it. Once you have the 3 kilograms, in my case, on the statue, you'll be able to exit out of the door, and then you can teleport out after that. The next step is to actually relight the forge. You can teleport to Kuradel using a Slayer cape. Otherwise, you'll have to dive through the whirlpool by teleporting to the Barbarian Outpost and then just walking south. Once you're in the Ancient Cavern with your Strange Key Tooth and Loop, you'll want to go fight a Mithril Dragon. You can bring some anti-fire here just in case, but you'll really only need to be hit by one Dragonfire attack just to combine the keys together. So just attack a Mithril Dragon, use the key on it, and then it will use its Fire Breath attack, and that will combine the key. Now just walk to your west and you'll find a door in the wall. You'll want to go in there, and that's where the forge is. Once you enter the mithril door, you'll want to light the 3 dragon heads. Once this is complete, the Dragonkin Forge will be activated, and you will have completed the achievement, Relight My Fire. You can run over to Curdell, and just behind him will be the Dragonkin Forge, where you will create the Hatchet of Ember and Glade. Before we take a look at getting the Hatchet of Bloom and Blight, a quick word from today's sponsor, Xsolla. Xsolla has extended their collaboration with RuneScape to introduce 3 new exclusive weapon skins to the game. These special edition weapon cosmetics look absolutely amazing, and it's definitely something you'll want to add to your collection. You can obtain your free cosmetics easily by using the link in the description down below. You can then log in or create an Xsolla account to generate your game key, then head over to the RuneScape homepage to redeem your cosmetics. The 3 weapon cosmetics are available for a limited time, so make sure you go and get yours now. Thank you again to Xsolla for sponsoring the video. Once you have your tier 90 hatchet of Ember and Glade completed, you can now make the tier 100 hatchet Bloom and Blight. It does have its own requirements, being level 100 smithing, woodcutting, and fletching, 90 necromancy, and the quests Killy Row and Pieces of Hate. If you have all of these requirements, you're ready to start creating the hatchet. The first step towards making the tier 100 hatchet is by talking to Ramarno in Camdozel, which is just under Ice Mountain. You will need to bring your hatchet of Ember and Glade with you, and he'll notice the hatchet and give you the tasks to make the tier 100 hatchet of Bloom and Blight. If you've already completed your pickaxe of Life and Death, you've already been here. It's the same place, so you might recognize it. Make sure to bring a light source with you so you can actually see when you're down here. When talking to Ramarno, you'll want to select chat option number 2 and then just go through the rest of the dialogue. You can then begin with the steps to create the hatchet. The first step of getting the hatchet is to obtain 50% of 100% Luke's leg, and you can do this by going to Brain Death Island. You can use the Dungeoneering Cape to teleport here, or you can talk to Pirate Pete just north of the Ectofunctus. Once you get here, you'll want to go to the 2nd floor of the building, and you're going to want to chop the piece of wood sticking out of the wall on the northern wall. So just run up to the northern part of the wall and start chopping. It should only take, 5 to 10 minutes to get the 50% piece of the leg. And that is going to be one of the 3 required items to create the tier 100 hatchet. The next step of getting the hatchet is pretty simple. You're going to want to go to the Overgrown Idols on Karamja. You can teleport here using the Sentinel outfit, or just teleport to Karamja and run to the eastern part of the island to the 2 Overgrown Idols. You'll just want to chop the vines, and you can get the piece from either chopping the vines or chopping the vines on the idol. And for me, this took roughly 2 hours maybe to obtain it, so you might be here for a little bit. Once you do get the piece, you'll be able to proceed with the next step. Now, while the first 2 steps were pretty quick, this 3rd step is definitely the longest. You'll need to grab a moonstone, and the idea is that you're going to be ensouling this moonstone using the tier 3 necromancy ritual site, which does require level 90 necromancy. So you'll want to select the ritual Ensouled Moonstone once you have the cut moonstone in your inventory or the ritual chest, and just complete the ritual. This will give you the first step of the Ensouled Moonstone for the tier 100 hatchet. Once you complete the ritual, just go to the ritual output, take out the Ensouled Moonstone. You can inspect it, and you'll see that you need to chop 100 of each tree with their respective wood spirits in your inventory. So you need to head to the Grand Exchange if you're a main. If you're an Iron Man, hopefully you already have the wood spirits. Make sure you have them all, and you're going to have to head around Gielinor chopping 100 of each tree on the list so you can move on to the next step. Once you have finished the step and chopped 100 of each tree around Gielinor, you'll be able to proceed with the next step, and you'll now have to cut the eternal magic trees. So you can teleport there. They're in the Piscatorius Hunter area. The last step of the process is to obtain 10 eternal magic tree anima. You'll get these by obtaining different bird nests which contain the anima in them. So if you want to bring some different items to increase your chances at getting bird nests, that will speed things up. Things like the Nature's Sentinel outfit, Superior Tree Shaking Scrimshaw, Brooch of the Gods, Woodcutting Cape, Strung Rabbit Foot, all of that will just help your chances at getting some bird nests. With these trees, they also have a new mechanic. You can sometimes see a stream of falling leaves that might appear if you stand under them like I am right now. You'll have a boosted chance at getting bird nests, some extra woodcutting XP, etc. So I highly recommend you do that if you're looking to get the bird nests as fast as possible. For me, it only took maybe an hour to get all 10 bird nests, so this part was pretty quick. So once you get all 10 eternal magic tree anima, you are now finally ready to complete the hatchet of Bloom and Blight. Once you have all 10 eternal magic tree anima, you can click absorb and it will combine into the Moonstone. So now you have all 3 ingredients to create the tier 100 hatchet. You can head back to Camp Dozel, make sure to bring your light source so it isn't dark, and just head over to the forge and you can craft your tier 100 hatchet. If this is your first time crafting a tier 100 tool, so if you didn't craft the tier 100 pickaxe of life and death, you'll need to also bring Ramarno a red berry pie and 1 million coins. You can now finally craft the hatchet of Bloom and Blight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.